Stop everything. Big news for international students and graduates. Trump has promised that in 2026, anyone who finishes a U.S. college or university could automatically get a green card. That could change the game for studying, working, and building your life in the United States forever. But there's a catch. This is not law yet, and there are major hurdles ahead. Stay with me because I'm breaking down exactly what this promise means, how realistic it is, and what you need to do right now to be ready. Here is the snapshot. During a podcast recently, Trump said that once someone graduates from a U.S. college, that graduate should automatically receive a green card permanent residency rather than having to navigate the usual, difficult immigration process. He said this should apply to anyone who completes a college or junior college program or even a graduate or doctoral degree. He framed it as a way for America to keep the best and brightest instead of forcing them to return to their home countries and build their companies elsewhere. Just hearing that might sound like a dream come true if you are a student. Finish your studies and boom, you get to stay, work, build a life, maybe even aim for citizenship later. But as always, it is complicated. Right now, that promise is just that, a promise, not the law. And turning it into reality involves many steps, many obstacles, and many debates. Let me walk you through what this promise actually means, what could realistically happen, what the hurdles are, and most importantly, what you should do if you want to prepare now. When Trump made the announcement, he did not shy away from bold language. He said that as soon as graduates get their diploma, automatically a green card should be part of it. That includes junior colleges, undergrad, graduate, or doctoral degrees. He argued that many talented international students come to U.S. institutions, get educated there, contribute to research, to companies, to communities, and then are forced to return home because immigration rules do not let them stay. He cited stories where people return to their home countries, start companies, become wildly successful, create jobs, and he said he wants to stop that brain drain. On paper, this could mean a massive shift. For one, it would dramatically simplify what is today often a difficult, uncertain, and expensive process of applying for a work visa or sponsorship and then trying to convert to a green card, sometimes waiting years. With the graduate and stay promise, many international students could skip that maze entirely and start their life in the United States immediately after graduation, living, working, building, maybe even applying for citizenship later. For U.S. universities, companies, and economy, that could be a big win. It means a steady stream of graduates educated in U.S. institutions ready to work, start businesses, contribute to innovation, research, and entrepreneurship. It could boost industries that rely on skilled labor like tech, science, engineering, and research. It could help stop the brain drain many countries fear. For students from abroad, especially from countries with limited opportunity or heavy competition, it offers a glimmer of hope. Instead of graduating and then returning home to fight for jobs or visas or uncertain future, they might have a real path to building a stable life in the United States. But, and this is important, it is not a done deal. There are many reasons to be cautious. Experts say such a sweeping promise is unlikely to become law, at least in the near future. One obstacle is that this would dramatically increase the number of immigrants receiving green cards, potentially hundreds of thousands each year. That could provoke strong political blowback and complicate existing immigration quotas, processes, and labor market dynamics. Also, during his previous presidency, Trump and his administration actually reduced legal immigration numbers, cut green cards, and imposed restrictions on employment-based visas. Given that history, many immigration experts believe that this new promise may be more rhetorical, aimed at appealing to voters or placating industries hungry for talent rather than a realistic legislative goal. So if you are a student or soon-to-be graduate planning around this possibility, treat it as maybe, maybe not. Do not build your entire future on the promise just yet, but do stay alert. And if you are serious, use this time to prepare. If this idea ever turns into real policy, it will likely require major changes to immigration law. That means Congress would need to pass legislation or major regulatory changes would need to be adopted by immigration authorities. Given how polarized immigration issues are in U.S. politics, that is a big ask. On the flip side, there is historical precedent for smaller, narrower proposals aiming to help graduates stay, like efforts designed decades ago to allow PhD graduates in STEM fields to get permanent residency more easily if they had a job offer in their field. That kind of targeted solution had supporters in both political parties in past years. So while the Every Graduate promise might be ambitious, something more limited, say for high-skilled graduates, STEM graduates, or extraordinary talent, is more plausible depending on political will. At the same time, many critics argue that automatically giving green cards to all graduates without strict vetting or requirements could be problematic. It could strain infrastructure, raise competition for jobs, pressure social services, and potentially reduce job prospects for other groups. Some warn that it would create a flood of new immigrants, which many parts of the political spectrum strongly oppose. Also, there would likely be serious scrutiny about what counts as college, what counts as graduation, whether the degree is from a legitimate, accredited institution, or whether someone obtained a quick diploma from an unaccredited college. If no proper safeguards are put in place, misuse is possible, which is likely why many lawmakers and advisors historically opposed such sweeping proposals. So the big question remains, if you are a graduate or soon to be graduate, what should you do right now? How should you plan? First, stay informed. Monitor reliable news sources and official announcements. Because for now the promise is just an idea. There is no law, no guarantee, no formal application process. Relying on rumors, hearsay, or social media chatter is risky. Second, have a backup plan. If you came to the US as an international student, make sure you understand your current visa status, work authorization rules, and what happens after graduation under existing law. If you are offered a job, check whether your employer is willing to sponsor you for a work visa or a green card under current legal paths. Third, build a strong profile. Whether or not the graduate and stay promise becomes law, having a strong resume, good grades, relevant skills, job offer, maybe even research or entrepreneurial plans, increases your chances of success under existing immigration pathways. If you are in a high-demand field like science, tech, engineering, or research, this could serve you well even without new sweeping policy. Fourth, be ready to act fast if anything changes. If the proposal starts making progress, new bills, public discussion, legislative hearing, being ready means gathering your transcripts, degree certificates, work history, research projects, job offers, references, any documentation that shows your value. Preparation could make all the difference in a fast-moving policy environment. But there is also something deeper here. Even if the automatic green card for graduates idea never becomes law, the fact that it is being seriously proposed signals something, a recognition of how much global talent contributes to US universities, economy, and innovation. It opens up conversation about immigration, global talent, brain drain, opportunity, fairness, and what it means to build a global community. As students, graduates, immigrants, you are part of that bigger picture. If enough people speak up, support, and push for fair, merit-based, transparent immigration laws, maybe the outcome will not be a wholesale green card with diploma. But maybe it will be better access, more pathways, clearer rules, less uncertainty. That could still mean a lot.